Minors, have your parents ever tried to force you to pay rent? I'm a 16-year-old guy and this really happened to me. Last week I was sitting on a bar stool in the kitchen eating a bowl of cereal before school when Mom stormed into the room with a scowl on her face. "Where's my rent money?" she demanded. I just stared at her with my spoon frozen an inch away from my mouth. "What?" I asked. Mom rolled her eyes. "Oh, did I not mention that to you?" she asked. "You have a job now, so I'll be charging you rent, $500 a month." I laughed, but the laughter died when I saw the seriousness in her expression. "I'm 16, I snapped. "This can't be legal. Besides, $500 is my entire paycheck. I'm only part-time at McDonald's." Mom sneered at me. "I don't care how you come up with the money, but you better give it to me on the first of every month," she said coldly. "Or you can move out and live somewhere else." She turned and stormed out of the kitchen, leaving me shocked that she really just did that to me. I kind of understood why she hated me. She always blamed me for Dad abandoning us, saying I was the reason why he left, because he never wanted kids. But it was Mom's choice to keep me. Still, Mom held resentment against me my whole life, treating me like garbage. This was just the icing on the cake. I didn't know what to do, but this couldn't be legal. I decided to skip school that day and do some research. I was surprised to learn that it wasn't illegal for a parent to ask a child for rent money, but taking all of my earnings could be seen as neglectful. I could call CPS on my mother. I decided to wait to see how far she was going to take this. Later that night, Mom barged into my bedroom without knocking. "Where's my rent money?" she asked again. "I don't have it," I muttered. "You can't enforce this new rule legally." Mom glared at me. "I can make your life a living hell," she threatened. "It already is," I muttered. Day 1, she locked all of the cupboards in the kitchen, telling me to buy my own food. So I did, and I hid my food in my room. Day 2, she had the locks on the front and back doors changed. I had to wait on the porch after school until Mom came home from work to let me in the house. I was pissed, but didn't say a word. In fact, I stopped talking to Mom completely. Day 3, she took the door to my bedroom off its hinges, saying I had to earn my privacy. By that point, I was tired and done. I've never hated someone before, but my mom came close. I documented everything, took pictures of the kitchen cabinets and the padlocks on everything. Then I took pictures of my bedroom with no door. Day 4, I came home from school to find everything in my room gone. My room was just empty. No bed, no desk, no dresser, no bookshelf. Even my clothes in my closet were gone. I stormed into the kitchen where Mom was busy making her own dinner. "Where are my things?" I demanded. Mom had a strange, triumphant gleam in her eyes when she turned to me. "You have to earn everything back," she said with a shrug. "You can start by paying me rent." I had enough. I went back to my room and called CPS, explaining the situation to the lady on the other end of the line. 2 hours later, there was a knock on our front door. I creeped out of my room to listen in. Mom started screeching. "You can't just barge in here," she yelled. "Where is your son's room?" asked an authoritative male voice. "I'm not telling you," Mom snapped, sounding like a 2-year-old. "We'll find it ourselves then," said the voice. I stepped out of the shadows. "I can show you where my room is," I said quietly. Mom spun around, face twisted into something ugly and hateful. "You did this!" Mom screamed, lunging for me with her hands outstretched. She tried to wrap her hands around my neck, but I dodged her grasp and made a run for the front door. She turned and grabbed the back of my shirt at the same time a police officer tackled Mom to the floor. She screamed as she lost her grip on me and fell to the floor with the cop on top of her, pressing his knee into her back. He snapped cuffs around her wrists and pulled her to her feet. She had a feral look on her face as the cop marched her out of the house. Mom ended up losing custody of me, and I went to live with my dad, who, as it turns out, never left my mom. She kicked him out when she gave birth to me and disappeared with me. He's been looking for me ever since.